Deep scar, too. Things have started to get pretty weird. Shiki's having more of those, quote-unquote, nightmares.
Shiki-sama? A voice. Please get a hold of yourself. I'll bring you a drink right away. The sound of running footsteps. I awaken from the nightmare. My own room. I am definitely in my own room. Just lying in bed, and morning has come. I saw that dream again. The dream of sucking someone's blood. Though I know it's just a dream, it still feels terribly real. My hands retain the feel of ripping meat, my nose the smell of fresh blood. What's happening to me? I touch my neck gently. Yumizuka's bite marks are long gone. I'm still a normal human being. I don't want to drink people's blood, and I don't have a problem with the sun. No. Yesterday What did I think when I saw Kohaku-san's neck? Her white neck. From the bottom of my heart, I wanted to drink the blood flowing in there. What am I thinking? No, I'm just tired. I still haven't forgotten what happened with Yumizuka. I'm not a vampire. I'm still a normal human being. But there's a part of me that wanders in search of blood every night. So maybe it's that I don't notice, but I'm already at a point where I can't go back. Hisue.
Man, she looks kind of pissed. Hisue enters with an urgent expression.
Excuse me. You are awake, are you not, Shiki-sama?
Hisue bows quietly. Her pure figure is so much the opposite of my earlier dream, it makes the uneasiness in my chest go away. No, don't worry, I was up already. Morning, Hisue. Thanks for coming to wake me up again today. As she does every morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Bowing again, Hisue approaches the bed. She looks kind of uncomfortable.
I have brought you a drink. If you are feeling poorly, please take it.
Hisue presents a drink on a silver tray. The tray also has some kind of medicine on it. What is it, Hisue? You've never come with medicine before.
Shiki-sama, are you feeling alright? As you seem to be caught up in a terrible nightmare and your face appeared pale, I brought you some medicine.
I seem to be having a nightmare?
Yes. It also seemed that your body was very hot, so I had Nei-san prepare something for a fever. Perhaps there was no need?
Of course not. Thank you for worrying. I swallow the medicine and water she offers. Ignoring the medicine, I'm grateful for the water. As Hisue says, my body is very hot, and my throat is terribly dry. Oh, the effects of vampirism! Even though it's only pure water, it tastes great. But not as good as blood.
If you are feeling better, please go to the dining room. If you are not, please take today off.
No, I won't skip school. I can't take a day off just because of this.
But your face still appears pale, Shiki-sama.
I'll be fine. Anyway, our school has tomorrow off. Since I'll have tomorrow off, I can push it a little today, can't I? Hisue glances down, looking like she wants to say something. Do I really look that bad today? Hisue, just one question. Was I really having a nightmare?
Yes. I do not know when you returned, but you were terribly tired and went straight to sleep. When I came to wake you up in the morning and opened the curtains, you seemed to be in pain, and your breathing was rough.
I see. A dream like that would cause me to be in pain, huh? Just hang on a second. Hisue, what did you just say?
That you were in poor condition since this morning.
No, before that. I came back? Where from?
I do not know. Nei-san told me she saw you leave while she was patrolling the mansion.
I left?
Yes. Nei-san and I patrol the mansion every 3 hours. While Nei-san was doing the rounds at midnight last night, she saw you leaving the mansion.
What?
Since it seems you were able to return before morning, Nei-san has not told Akiha-sama of this. As Nei-san is indulgent of you, Shiki-sama, it will surely remain that way.
What is this? I went outside?
That can't be. I was sound asleep this whole time, having a dream. Having a lively dream. But this is weird. Dreams are forgotten the moment you wake up, so why do I still remember all the details from the dream so perfectly? Shiki-sama, your face still appears pale. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, just so go ahead, Hisue. It's okay. I'll go right away.
I understand. I shall wait for you in the dining room.
Closing the door behind her, Hisue leaves the room. Yeah, I'm fine. No problems at all. I'm just fine. I say it over and over again, trying to persuade myself. Yep, we're totally fine. We should definitely go to school in this condition. Nothing bad will happen. To get to the dining room, I have to pass through the sitting room. It's depressing. To be honest, I don't want to see anyone right now. Hisui and Kohaku-san, and Akiha. I'm not sure I can act normally. Oh god. Again. Okay, still, I can at least say good morning to Akiha. I can't. Let's go back to my room. This is actually kind of tough. Because, seeing as this is the Akiha route, we kind of want to interact with Akiha. But then, I don't know what'll happen if we do that, because Shiki's not really sure if he's okay or not. Okay, we're gonna go with the first one. I don't really know how this would get us a bad ending, but I guess we'll see. Still, I have to at least say good morning. Avoiding Akiha because of this little thing will be confirming something is wrong with me. Yeah, that's a good point. Good morning, Nissan. As soon as I enter the sitting room, Akiha greets me with a smile. Morning, Akiha. Morning, Akiha? What's wrong, Nissan? You seem really depressed. I just had a bit of a bad dream, but you seem to be in a good mood. Did something nice happen? Yes, quite. You got up early. Perhaps we might be able to go to school leisurely today. Having time in the morning always puts me in a good mood. I see. Well, I'm glad, Akiha. As I answer, my chest hurts. I might not be a person that deserves to be smiled at like that. You should go ahead then. You'll end up running if you wait for me. Huh? Did you say something, Nissan? I mean, if you like free time in the mornings, you should just go ahead. You don't really need to accompany me, and I don't really have time to keep you company either. If you're ready, you should just go on ahead. Well, that's true, but But what? You're saying you can't go to school on your own? Give me a break, you're not a child. We're not that young anymore. Wow. How dare you? Akiha stands up from the sofa. Nissan, were you serious about what you just said? Not really. It's just what I thought. Her teeth grit. Akiha looks down, her shoulders shaking. Akiha, you'll be late if you don't go soon. Yeah, I know. I don't want to go with you and be late. Right. So go on. I'm not in the mood to be with anyone right now. Wow. Shiki must feel like a dick. Akiha rushes out. That was pretty cold. What am I doing? I didn't mean to say that, so why? Shiki-san, that was horrible! Kohaku-san? Oh, I completely misjudged you. Why did you say such things to Akiha-sama? I know. Even I didn't plan on turning her down. No, you don't understand anything. You don't know how much Akiha-sama was looking forward to this while waiting for you up until now. Waiting for me? You mean this morning? No, Akiha-sama told me not to tell you, but I can't bear this anymore. Listen, Shiki-san. Now, Akiha-sama eats breakfast with you normally, but it was a real hassle before she transferred. I think the ladies' academy Akiha used to go to was in the next prefecture. Next prefecture? Hold on. That's more than an hour's worth of driving. You finally noticed. To begin with, Akiha-sama would not have made it to school unless she left here at 6. Nevertheless, she overlooked that because she was looking forward to eating breakfast with you. Looking forward to? Why? She complains every time she sees me. Because Akiha-sama isn't honest. If you ever woke up on time, I do not think she would have any complaints. But all you did was sleep in and didn't eat with her even once. Akiha-sama told me just seeing your face in the morning is good enough, and she never told us to go wake you up. Now do you understand? If you do, can you please apologize to Akiha-sama about earlier? I was going to do that already, but I don't get it. What do you want me to do, Kohaku-san? No, don't think too hard about it. You just act normally. But Akiha-sama isn't direct, so I just wanted you to be more considerate of her. Act normally. I think that's the most difficult thing for me to do right now. Oh, and this is a secret. If Akiha-sama finds out that I told you this, I will get in trouble. You'll probably be fired. Kohaku-san heads into the dining room with a smile on her face. Come on, Shiki-san. If you don't hurry up and eat, you'll really be late. I can hear Kohaku-san's voice from the dining room. I head into the dining room, hiding my embarrassed face with my hand. Well, better go apologize, Shiki. I arrive at the school gates just in time. Running all the way, I somehow escape being late. Then, I'm patted on the shoulder from behind.
Good morning. Just made it today, huh, Tono-kun?
Senpai.
And it seems you're not with Akiha-san. Perhaps you overslept today?
Something like that. I had a bit of a fight with Akiha.
Oh, it's not good for siblings to fight. Tono-kun, you're the older brother, so you should go and apologize later.
You're right. We're in the same school, so I should go and apologize before lunchtime. On top of that, it was my fault to begin with. I sigh. Certainly, my problems with Akiha are important, but I should try to worry about my own troubles for now. Last night's dream. Even though I knew I was asleep, I seem to have wandered out at night.
Tono-kun, what's wrong? Are you worried about something?
Senpai stares at me with concern. I'm grateful for her concern, but I can't rely on her for this.
Huh?
Just a bit. But it's my problem, so I'll work it out. Thanks for worrying, Senpai.
Really? Well, if it's something you can't solve on your own, I'm always here to help. I'd be happy to do whatever I can.
Yeah, if I'm in real trouble, I'll ask you then. As I speak, the morning bell begins to ring. Ugh! Well, Senpai, later.
Yep. I'll see you at lunch.
This is going to be a very awkward lunch, again. Leaving Senpai standing leisurely as the first bell rings, I rush in the doorway. Second period ends. If I'm going to apologize to Akiha about this morning, now would be the right time. Oh no. Well, I'm pretty sure the choice here is fairly obvious. Go to Akiha's classroom, or no, I don't need to go and see her. Well, we're going to apologize, so we should probably go to her classroom. I go up to the 4th floor. Akiha's class is first year, class 1. I speak to a student leaving the classroom and ask her to call Akiha.
Tono-san, your brother's here.
The girl I stopped calls out to Akiha quite directly.
Do you need something, Nissan?
Akiha comes out with a sullen expression. Well, this is troubling. Kawaku-san told me to apologize, but after hearing her story, it's a little troubling.
If you don't need anything, I'll go back to my classroom.
No, there is something. It's, well, I mean...
What is it already? The break time is short, so if you want to say something, then please hurry and say it.
Well, it's just... Alright already. I've come this far, so I can't be shy about it. I'm sorry about this morning.
Huh? Nissan?
I came to say that this morning was my fault, and that from tomorrow on I'll be good, so please forgive me, Akiha.
There's not much to forgive. It didn't really bother me.
Oh, bullshit. That's fine. I just wanted to apologize. I'll see you later. Sorry for taking your time.
Wait, Nissan.
Akiha calls after me, but right now I'm too embarrassed to even look back, so I run straight back to my own classroom. It's lunchtime. Since I just went to and apologized to Akiha, it feels kind of awkward to have lunch with her. However, I'm surprised it didn't really feel awkward to you before. Yo, Tono! Let's hurry up and go to the courtyard. Akiha-chan is waiting, says one guy who I try to ignore on a regular basis. With good reason. Besides, I can't leave her by herself. I'm pretty sure if you left her by herself, a bunch of guys would hit on her. Are you eating lunch by yourself, Akiha? Let me join you. I let out a big sigh and leave the classroom with Arihiko. Akiha isn't here yet. Since CL Senpai will be coming too, I guess we'll eat on the grass instead of the bench. Just like every day.
I'm here. Hey, Akiha-san isn't here yet?
Yeah, she should be here any minute now. Hey, Tono, did something happen between you and Akiha-chan? Arihiko asks, elbowing me in the side. Why is he so perceptive all of a sudden? There she is! Akiha-chan, over here! Arihiko waves his hands around. Akiha comes onto the grass looking a bit puzzled.
I'm sorry I'm late. I received an invitation to have lunch with my classmates, and it took some time to decline their invitations.
Don't worry, we just got here too. Here, sit here. Arihiko pats the grass. After hesitating for a moment, Akiha sits down next to me. Akiha says nothing. Not knowing what to say, I remain silent. Well, even more awkward than yesterday.
What is it, you two? It's weird to eat lunch like this in silence. I know that. I just don't know what to say. Akiha stares at me intently. And then... It's lunchtime, isn't it, Nissan? She says something terribly normal. That's right, it's lunchtime. It'd be bad not to eat anything at lunchtime. I pull the bread I bought out of a plastic bag. It's the same bread as yesterday. Is that okay? Yes, thank you. I hand Akiha a sandwich and start to chew on my own.
Why doesn't she make me a fucking sandwich?
Damn it, somehow Akiha's every move gets my attention, and my body won't move right.
And there's something else that's reacting to it, oh no. Oh, you're living in luxury today, senpai. You got something to celebrate?
No, nothing like that. Since everything's coming to the peak, I have to eat a lot and get a lot of energy.
I see. Autumn eating. I guess in your case, the food goes straight to your chest, huh? I'm surprised she doesn't slap him for saying something like that. Wow. In contrast to the unpleasant meal me and Akiha are having, Orihiko and Senpai seem to be enjoying a very cheerful meal. Okay then. Munch. Munch, munch. Munch, 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 munch.
Nissan?
What is it, Akiha? Why don't you compliment my chest?
Well, is there no drink today? I'm a little thirsty.
I forgot about it. Gotta quench that thirst. The strawberry milk I bought is still standing in the plastic bag. Ugh, God, that's fucking gross. I think I'd rather have skim milk than fucking strawberry. That's just... I'm sorry, I just can't stand the strawberry flavor. It's disgusting. Sorry, I forgot. Here you go. I offer her the milk.
This is strawberry! What were you thinking?
Akiha takes it. And then she looks like a zombie. Because the carton is too small, our fingers touch. Thump. Just that. It's just that, but my fingers get hot. Even though I should take my hand away immediately, it stays there. Looking at Akiha, she seems to be paralyzed as well. Huh? Tono-kun, what are you doing? Quickly, I pull my hand away from Akiha's. No, I was just passing Akiha her drink. Is that so? Since you both stopped moving, I thought you were fighting over the drink. Oh, you thought that too, senpai? It looked to me like Tono was battling to the death not to hand over the juice. Since Akiha-chan was thirsty, it would have been good to give it to her, and I was thinking he was being a jerk. Well, I guess it did look like that. Nah, it was nothing like that. I was just careless for a moment, right, Akiha? Akiha just seems vacant. You're not helping! Akiha just seems vacant. The expression is so unlike Akiha. The expression is so unlike the Akiha I know. I'm dazzled for a moment. Awkward at school, but soon at home. Hey Toto, I've been thinking for a while, but you and Akiha-chan. What is it? I'll get mad if you say something stupid. Nah, you just don't seem all that alike. That's natural, right? We may be siblings, but we're man and woman, so we won't be that similar. I guess that's a good point. It's just kind of a strange comparison, but okay. Oh, I don't mean that. How to say it? You seem like different types. That's true. Akiha-san is quite unapproachable. Tono-kun is the opposite. It's like Tono-kun is water and Akiha-san is oil, right? Well, certainly Akiha is hard to grapple with. I'd have complaints if she were nicer. What? Akiha-chan's kind enough, right? She's nice on the surface, but underneath there's another person entirely, the coldest of the cold. You should see how she scolds me when I make mistakes at dinner. Why the fuck would you say that? God damn it, Tono, you're like reaching Shiro levels of stupid. Well, that's about enough. Let's talk about something more interesting, Orihiko. You're stopping in the middle of what you were saying? I would like to hear exactly what you think of me, Nissan. Akiha's gaze is painful. The Akiha from a moment ago must have just been some kind of illusion. Something more interesting, huh? Thinking about it, Tono, did you see the news about your place this morning? Huh? This morning's news? Yes, the serial killer's latest victim was found near Tono-kun's house, wasn't he? That blank prison-like wall is the wall of Akiha-san's mansion, isn't it? That's something that's going to help the situation. It's not a better subject to bring up. God damn it, Ari.
I don't really know. I didn't look at the news this morning, so I can't say.
Akiha neatly dismisses the affair as like it had nothing to do with her. But I can't dismiss it like Akiha. Because there shouldn't be any more killings. Yumizuka isn't drinking people's blood to live any longer, so there shouldn't be any more victims. If that dream of mine is just a dream... Senpai, is this true? Is it the same as those vampire killings from before?
Yes. They say last night's was the 10th victim. Of course, all the blood was drained from the bodies, but this time there were body parts missing too.
Senpai explains in her usual tone. But I'm attacked by a great dizziness, like the whole world just tilted.
The body's hands and feet were missing, but they say it was like they were bitten off with a human mouth. But that's strange, isn't it? A person's mouth?
Is this really a conversation we should be having over lunch?
It's impossible to bite off human body parts. The human jaw is not strong enough to bite off someone's hand or foot, and the teeth wouldn't bear it either. Well, you could grind on the cartilage with your teeth, but that's about it. Precisely. But the marks on the body can only belong to a human, so maybe it's something inhuman yet shaped like a human. Quite similar to a vampire, don't you think?
I feel sick. Senpai, since she doesn't know, can say this all with a smile.
Akiha-san, have I said something funny? Yes. Since it was so funny, I laughed in spite of myself. Geez, it's no laughing matter. Last night's victim was found near your house. I'm sorry if I was impolite, Senpai, but I didn't think you were a person given to such flights of fancy. Well, Senpai, perhaps you can tell us what you think of the vampire. You mean the vampire in Legends? No, I mean your image of the vampire that is the serial killer.
CL Senpai is lost in thought. While I don't really want to hear Senpai's answer, I'm terribly interested in spite of myself.
Really, the culprit's just a person. I think he just has qualities and values different from ours. I think we take those characteristics that can't be distinguished by common sense and try to understand them by using the label vampire. In other words, Senpai believes a vampire is someone with a mental disability, a psychosis that prevents them from telling right from wrong. Yes, you don't have to use the term vampire, but anyone outside the customs of society is disowned by those within the society, as society cannot understand the person's character. That's the defense function of ordinary common sense, isn't it, Akiha-san? You've thought about this a lot, Senpai, but it's difficult, isn't it? By your thinking, the vampire cannot stand to have committed a crime. After all, the vampire has no qualms about his own conduct, does he? If there has been no crime, how can he be punished? Indeed. So, it is not the role of those within society to exact punishment. To punish a crime not recognized as a crime, the punishment must not be based on the morals of an individual, but on the principles of the entire species. The principles of the entire species? Yes, the first principle that it is better for one's own kind to prosper than for others to. For a species, that which obstructs this principle is a crime by itself. Even if Vampire-san does not...
Vampire-san? We'll just call him Vampire-san.
Even if Vampire-san does not view murder as a crime for the human species, it is not the murder but the existence of the vampire itself that is the crime. The existence itself is a crime. What is this? Akiha asking those strange things and Senpai giving those answers. And for some reason, it seems like they're talking about no one else but me. The chime that marks the end of lunch sounds.
I love how Arihiko has just been kind of sitting there not really questioning why they're talking about this.
I'm sorry for talking about such unappealing things.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm happy just listening to Akiha's voice. God, everything you say is just fucking creepy.
Well then, shall we go? You'll all be late if you don't hurry.
I don't have to worry because I skip class on a regular basis. Senpai heads for the cafeteria. It's quicker for her to go through there to get to her classroom. Senpai's going. Is it because she knew so much about the serial killings, or is it that I was drawn into the conversation? Oh god. We should probably save here. Be a good idea. Talk to CL about last night, or that would just be a waste of my time. I believe the smart thing to do would probably be to talk to CL about it. because CL is the one who probably knows more than anybody about about the vampires. So we're gonna go with that one. I don't have any reason for it, but I just have a vague feeling she might be the person able to help me with my troubles. There's no time to think. I can't bear to keep this to myself any longer. Sorry, you go on ahead, Arihiko. Huh? Go on ahead? Where are you going, Tono? Anyway, I get her to come to the rear of the school building so forcefully that it can't be helped if she gets mad at me. 5th period has already started. Geez, pulling me to a place like this? What is it, Tono-kun? I like to take my women forcefully. Senpai is more amazed than angry. I'm sorry, Senpai, but I wanted to hear more about what you were saying before. What I was saying before? You mean the serial killer? Yes, that. About the person who doesn't feel a crime is a crime. Are you saying they kill people unconsciously? For example, like if you intend to sleep but instead go outside to commit murder. Hey, that hurts, Tono-kun. I'll answer you, so please let go of me. Oh, I'm sorry. I let her go. It seems I was really worked up. It's alright. Anyway, you were asking if the killer might be killing people unconsciously, right? Yeah, I really want to know. Well, I don't know because I'm not the killer. What? Yes, that's true, Senpai, but... Yes, it's just a joke. Since you seem so serious, Tono-kun, I thought I'd be a little playful for a moment. Senpai, give me a break. I'm really serious here. Yeah, it looks like it. But why? The serial killer is none of your concern, is he, Tono-kun? That's... Yes? What is it? And all of a sudden, she looks like she wants to kill us. That's... If I told you I was the killer, what would you do? Oh, don't say that. I finally say it. But Senpai's face lights up as if I said the funniest joke, and she bursts into laughter. Senpai, this is no joke, Yes, I know you're serious, but that's why it's funny. Because the murderer doesn't usually come and ask for help because they're the murderer. Senpai. Then I will ask, why do you think so, Tono-kun? It's because recently I've been strange. I know why. I was probably bitten by a vampire. I say it frankly, as if it was a euphemism. Please, go on. Since then, it's been strange. Suddenly, I don't feel like myself, and I have dreams about killing people. Last night, although I only intended to sleep, it seems that I went out, and I had a dream in which I killed someone and sucked blood. Senpai says nothing, just watching me. My father had a split personality. Maybe I just don't know about it, but there might be a killer in me. But I have no way of finding out. So that's why you came to ask if the killer was unconscious of his actions. Senpai sighs in amazement. If you were truly the killer, you would not be unconscious of yourself. The point you're seeing it in your dreams makes it not unconscious. But more importantly, it's just a dream. I don't know what you're worried about, but Tono-kun is Tono-kun. I'm glad to hear that, but there's no reason for me to believe any of Senpai's words. She sighs. You must be feeling really uneasy, Tono-kun. Saying so, Senpai pats my head. It's okay. You have nothing to worry about, Tono-kun. I myself guarantee it, so it's definitely okay. Yes. Automatically, I nod in complete agreement. Even if I know it's only while she's doing so, I feel at ease. Like wrapping up my uneasiness, Senpai's hands are gentle. Well, I guess that kind of... why'd we do that again? I mean... I guess Tono just said, oh, it's because I had a feeling Senpai might know about these things, but we don't know for sure yet whether she does or not, because, keep in mind, we don't know who she is exactly. Shiki hasn't actually found that out at this point in the route, but he will pretty soon. I'm pretty sure he will. School is over now. I was confused about myself and Akiha, but today is about to end. Time to go home. I should go get Akiha and go back to our mansion. I walk home together with Akiha. Just like lunchtime, we grow quiet as soon as there's only the two of us. While I want to talk to Akiha, I also feel embarrassed looking at her. Man, it's not like I'm a middle schooler. Did you say something, Nissan? Oh, no, it's nothing. Just talking to myself.
Really, what the hell am I doing?
Being an awkward fuck.
We reached the long hill. Once we go up it, our mansion will be right there. Nissan, I would like to ask you one thing before we go home. Akiha's feet stop and she looks straight at me. The kind of silence that was there before is gone. Akiha looks at me seriously. Are you killing people and sucking their blood? Go ahead, what do you want to ask about? I asked before, but what do you think of CL? What, that again? I don't think anything of her. She's just my senpai. She's a trustworthy senpai I can ask about anything, though. I see. It seemed like something was bothering you. This morning was a result of it too, wasn't it? I'm surprised. Akiha knew that I was worrying about the problem by myself. Akiha, you noticed? Of course. We are brother and sister. I can't tell when you are depressed, Nissan. So why didn't you just come and talk to me? Do you trust that woman more than you trust me? You were watching me talk to Senpai? Yes. I could hardly believe my eyes and ears. You being so honest in front of that person. With a Akiha turns away. It's not like that. I didn't talk to you or Kohaku-san because I didn't want to tell them about my body and have them hate me. Because of what? If there's something you want to say, please say it. Are you stupid? I wouldn't worry this much if I could say it. I asked Senpai since you guys are important to me. It's not because I don't trust you or anything. I don't want to hear such excuses. Fine, I'll come out and say it. That person doesn't suit you, so please do not get any closer to her. It's for your own sake. What? It's so sudden that I'm at a loss for words. Akiha, are you saying that ordinary people are not suitable company for those of the Tono house then? How'd you get that conclusion? Akiha doesn't answer. The silence means yes. I guess so then. I see. Well, you are the head of the Tono household. You're saying that family and lineage is important like that old man, right? Nissan, it's fine. I'm not really complaining. I'm the one who left you alone in that house. I should have been the one raised that way originally. So I'm not speaking badly of you. But I can't let what you said right now go. Even though you don't know anything about Senpai, don't just say she's unsuitable. Looking down, Akiha says nothing. For a while, we stand in silence. You don't... Huh? Nissan, you don't know anything about the Tono house. Don't say such selfish things. Crying out painfully, Akiha pulls away from me. Anyway, you mustn't get close to that person. She's not like us. If you get any closer to her, you're the one who would suffer. Akiha runs up the hill. What does that mean? All I can do is gaze up after her, aghast. Somebody's jealous. I return to the mansion. Though I usually go into the lobby without thinking, right now it's hard to enter. I have made Akiha angry many times since I came back to the mansion, but she was really mad back then. For the first time, I really angered Akiha, and I made her sound so hurt. I don't think it matters who was wrong. I'm sure that in time, Akiha will calm down and explain why she doesn't like CL-senpai. I could hang around the garden for a bit. If I go into the mansion, I might face Akiha, so I'll take a walk in the garden for a while. Huh? Kohaku-san? It's Kohaku-san. She doesn't seem to have noticed me, and she's heading to the forest. She hasn't noticed me. I don't know what she's doing, but she disappears into the forest. I'm curious, so I'll follow her. Oh no. She told you not to go into the detached building, Tono. It seems there's a small clearing where Kohaku-san headed to. There's a clearing there? Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember, but for some reason my memory is a bit vague. In the forest of the mansion, I can see a clearing as if the trees were cut there. No, can see is not quite right. If you walked by normally, you probably would never notice it. If Kohaku-san didn't walk there, hidden by the surrounding trees as it is, I would never have noticed even if I had lived here all my life. There's a clearing there? If so, we probably did play there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember playing with Akiha in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decide to go into the clearing. Probably the worst decision you could make, Tono. The clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. There's no sign of Kohaku-san who entered before me. What's this? Just an empty place? I walk to the middle of the clearing. This clearing really is just an empty space. The perfectly level open ground, the deep woods enclosing the area. the voice of the cicadas, and the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve. Summer sunshine? Ouch! The wound on my chest starts to hurt, like stabbing. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. From somewhere I can hear the voice of cicadas. But it's autumn now. The summer sunshine that bathes everything in white. The columns of summer clouds in the far-off sky. I can practically see the voices. At my feet, there are the discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. The third child's discarded shell. The third child I no longer remember. Someone's crouching shadow. Young Akiha's approaching footsteps. Clouds high in the emptiness. Cicadas in the blue sky. I was just in a trance. Akiha would have been killed. That was really all I knew. I just ran. That was all I understood. As for the danger to myself, I never even thought about it. I wanted to protect Akiha, and I just took her place. In the distance, the voices of the cicadas. After that, my body that died from having its chest pierced. And a figure that looks down at my dead body in shock. A third child's figure. My chest hurts. I feel sick. The wound in my chest should have closed long ago, so why does it hurt now?
Because you're remembering something painful.
My chest rips. The old wound opens, and the crimson stream flows out. What is this? My wound. It didn't heal at all. It hurts. I'm scared. I feel dizzy. This is the impulse of death. Consciousness fades. My wound aches. I hear a thump as my body falls to the ground.
Well, we're dead.
I can hear voices talking. Akiha-sama, are you not going to call a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisue. There's no way I could do that since Nissan's wounds isn't normal. Akiha and Hisue are talking. This is Shiki's room. It looks like I'm sleeping on the bed. I plan to say yo and get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body is as heavy as lead. All I can move are my eyes and mouth. Just what were you thinking, Hisue? Nissan mustn't be allowed to go there. You know that. Please, forgive me. This can't be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nissan to avoid this kind of situation. So what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiha gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisue is accepting the scolding silently, looking down. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I can at least tell Hisue is being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisue. Why did Nissan go there? Hisue does not answer Akiha's question. The air between them is becoming heavy. Biting her lip, Akiha takes a step closer to Hisue. Even I can tell that she's about to raise a hand against her. I'm sure Hisue knows too, but she's just looking down, accepting it. Hold on, Akiha. Nissan, you're awake. Yeah, you were so loud I woke up. Akiha looks away uncomfortably. You know, you shouldn't let it out on Hisue. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault, I just collapsed on my own. I strained hard and somehow managed to lift the upper half of my body off the bed. But it's all I can manage, and I don't think I can even move an inch more. But since Hisue is depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me. Even if you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you were out for a long time, Nissan. You were out for more than 5 hours, and nothing like this has happened before. What would I have done if you'd never woken up? Idiot, don't say things like that. This is just anemia. It's 10 o'clock already? Yes, Nissan, you've been out all evening. Akiha speaks reluctantly. The strength flees from my body. Jeez, I haven't fainted like that long since elementary school. Yeah, I used to faint all the time back then. I wasn't used to the Arimas and my mind was already under stress. It seems like I'm still dreaming, maybe an after effect of the anemia attack. I remember. The Arimas were all good people. They treated me like their own child. Keiko-san was strict but thoughtful and always treated me like I was her own son. So, I thought I had to become their real child too. Nissan, don't push yourself. This is the Tono mansion. You don't have to tell yourself that anymore. I know. But for a long time, I thought that way. From the beginning, I always thought that the Arimas and you're all good people, so it was so hard. What am I saying? Gazing vacantly at the ceiling, thinking back to memories of long ago. Please, don't push yourself, Nissan. You've only been back here for a week, so you must be tired. Really? Well, I'm tired, but... Right? So please, just rest today. Since your body is weaker than most people's, if you don't take a day to rest from time to time, you'll collapse like you did today. Akiha looks at me seriously. Certainly, it's just as she says, forgetting about everything. Unless I rest without thinking about vampires or about myself, I'll really be out of it. You're right. As you say, I'll just lie quietly today. Saying so, I lie down again. Really? No more sneaking out of your room later too? What is that? Am I that untrustworthy? Yeah, I guess so. I've left Akiha alone for all this time. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is up. Nissan, what will you do about dinner? I see. Well, my apologies to Kohaku-san, but I don't feel like eating. I understand. Well, Hisui, please inform Kohaku. Still looking down, Hisui nods in dissent and leaves the room. Well, Nissan, please go to sleep for tonight. Akiha speaks in a very gentle tone. But to sleep. I'm afraid that if I sleep, I'll see that nightmare. No, Please, Nissan, didn't you say you'll listen to what I say? Just for today? Akiha's eyes are pleading. From the bottom of her heart, Akiha is really worried about me. Alright, I'll sleep quietly. Yes, thank you. Silly, why are you thanking me? I should be the one thanking you. Thanking me? Even though I neglected you for 8 years, you're the one who called me back to this mansion. Akiha, I'm sorry for everything. I'm selfish and never thought about you. But from now on, it's fine. Please stay as you are, Nissan. And I should be the one who's apologizing. Please don't apologize to me. If you do, I'll feel like a really horrible person. Akiha grasps my hand, tears welling up in her eyes. I don't understand why Akiha is saying such things, or why she keeps repeating, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I'll sleep for a bit. Yes. Good night, Nissan. The wound in my chest hurts. The third child. Probably it's the child who was adopted 10 years ago and died soon after. A hot summer day. A figure of a bloody child. The world of Tonoshiki filled with ill omens. Thump. But it's so quiet. Thump. I feel at ease. Thump. Akiha's heartbeat is very close. Thump. It's really quiet. Thump. And for the first time in days, I sleep calmly, untroubled by nightmares. Oh, that'll soon change.